Hey, it's Maximo and welcome to Maximo's Travels. In this video, I'll be reviewing the Sunset Resorts in Canmore in the Canadian Rockies. I'll be checking out the resort, checking out its swimming pool, and doing a room tour. Join me in this hotel review. We spent 4 nights at the Sunset Resorts Canmore. We chose to stay in Canmore because it was considerably less expensive than all the hotels that we could find at Banff at the time that we booked. Canmore's about a 22-minute drive or 24.5 kilometres from Banff. The resort's located about 1 kilometre from the centre of the Canmore township. It's on the other side of the railway line and it's an easy 20-minute walk. There's plenty of parking at Canmore, but it is paid. There's also a couple of decent restaurants within very easy walking distance from the resort, on the same side of the railway line. It's actually located on the edge of town with spectacular views of the surrounding hills. The view from the car park is fantastic. It cost us around 1,013 Canadian dollars or 1,120 Australian dollars to stay there for the 4 nights. The resort is part of the much larger Panorama Plaza complex and it's somewhat difficult to navigate your way around things. When we checked in, we were given a map that made things a lot easier. There was quite significant roadworks in the area and that made navigating our way to the complex via car that much more difficult. Check-in time was at 5 p.m, quite a late check-in. The reason we were given for this was that there were staff shortages. It made it somewhat inconvenient for us. The resort offers complimentary, secure, undercover car parking. I don't think we would have found the entrance to this car park without the supplied map. That's the car park entrance on screen now. There were a few shops in the Plaza complex, as well as what looked like a pretty nice hotel, the Canadian Rockies Resort. This resort had a very lively bar, especially at night, and it had a restaurant as well as somewhere you could eat breakfast. This is important to note because the Sunset Resorts didn't have a cafe or restaurant on site. They did have vending machines on each of the floors where you could get drinks and some snacks, however. So you have a vending machine, a drink machine, and the ice maker. People are getting ice in all hours of the day and morning. And we're conveniently located right opposite. You can hear the hum of the fridges through the door. Right, we're staying in room 215. Yes, those vending machines were quite noisy. I was also amazed at the sheer length of the corridor between our room and the car park lift. Also, what was amazing was the kids-themed indoor swimming pool. We didn't actually have a chance to use it, but it did look inviting. The overall impression I got from this resort was that it was a little bit old and dated. The corridors were quite long and reasonably dark. We were staying in a 1-bedroom apartment suite. The lounge area was quite dark and had inadequate lighting without any windows to let in the natural light. The room was clean and quite well appointed. There was a table and a couple of chairs where one could eat, a very comfortable sofa, an armchair, a coffee table, and a widescreen TV. It was really good that the lounge room was separated from the bedroom and it was nice and cozy and very relaxing. There was plenty of storage space for coats and suitcases as well. The room also featured quite a usable small kitchenette. There was plenty of crockery, a coffee making machine, toaster, microwave, kettle, a small little hot plate where you could cook things on, and a sink. There was also a reasonably decent sized fridge. We were able to have breakfast here on several occasions that enabled us to save a bit of money and save a bit of time in the mornings. In terms of the bathroom, it was on the slightly small side, although there was heaps of bench room for all your toiletries. Not much room in there. The shower was adequate, although I must say the water pressure was quite poor and the water temperature changed frequently while you were trying to have a shower. It was, however, quite clean and functional. Moving on to the room, it did have a large but fairly simple cupboard, as well as a desk that doubled as a dresser with a small but widescreen TV on it. The room didn't have that many power points, and we needed to use some in the lounge as well as kitchen to charge all our devices. The room did have a nice large window that offered spectacular views of the landscape that was Canmore. Not too shabby a view, is it? Now, we've been here 2 days and we haven't had the heating on, and it's been like close to zero overnight. And this place is so well insulated that we've had to have the window open during the day. The bed was a queen size bed. Joe thought it was very, very comfortable. I thought it was slightly on the soft side, and the pillows were somewhat uncomfortable. There were 4 different pillows with 4 different levels of thickness and comfort. I didn't enjoy any of them. My overall impressions was that this was a economical but older style resort. If I was to stay in Canmore again, I'd be looking to stay in the town itself rather than on the outskirts. I'd even look at staying in Banff if the prices of those accommodations were around the same price that we paid to stay here. It was a very nice, comfortable stay at the Sunsets Resorts. I do hope you've liked this video review. If so, please hit that like and subscribe button. Please be notified of my future videos by hitting that notify bell. If you'd like to support my channel, please consider buying me a coffee. Until our next adventure from the Canadian Rockies, you take care and bye now.